Okay, after we saw how to find the domain of a function when function contains fraction, now let's take a look at how to find the domain when function contains a radical. In this example, we have the function fx equals the square root of x. And we think about which input shall we use. Then we will generate a weird thing. So if x is a 2, what kind of output do we have? We will get the square root of 2, which is not weird, right? Let's see, what about x is 0? Now, if x is 0, we will generate the square root of 0, which is 0. Okay, this is okay, right? However, if our input is a negative number, now, according to this equation, the output is a square root of negative 1. And this is not defined. This is undefined. So negative 1 cannot be our input. So negative 1 cannot be in the domain of the function. And actually, you can see here anything less than 0, because every negative numbers, they cannot be the domain of the function. So in this example, now if every negative numbers can be the domain, so the domain has to be every positive number and 0. So we use the inequality. We can use the inequality to represent this, or we can use the interval notation. So the domain is every number on the interval from 0 to infinity. Now, let's take a look at another example. We consider this function the square root of 2x plus 1. Now, to find the domain, we need to determine which number will make this expression 2x plus 1 to be negative, right? So those numbers we have to exclude from our domain. In other words, when we are looking for the domain, we are looking for the numbers that will make the expression 2x plus 1 to be positive or equal to 0. So in this case, if we have this square root, if the function has the square root, to find the domain, we need to solve for this inequality. So we subtract 1 from both sides, and then we divide it by 2. So the answer is x is greater than or equal to negative 2. So the domain here is every number greater than or equal to negative 1 over 2 will be in the domain of this function. Or if we use the interval notation, the domain is on the interval from negative 1 over 2 to infinity.